So a couple of years ago, I made a video about Breaking Bad and how I viewed it as an overrated TV show. Now, I also have a short, which is a snippet of that entire video that I did. Now, I'm going to explain to you guys why the Breaking Bad fandom is the worst fan base I have ever encountered. And that is saying something because I am part of the Dragon Ball community as well. And we all know how bad they can get. I also am a part of the One Punch Man community. We know how bad they can get. I mean, there's fandoms everywhere. The Star Wars fandom is the same. Like, no fandom is perfect. Now, firstly, I just want to say that there are people in the Breaking Bad fandom who are very respectful and understand that things are opinions, and they have been very, very nice to me. So this video is not directly aimed at them. Those people, I love them. I love interacting with them. They also give me their insight to why they loved it. And I'm always happy for other people to love it. Like, if you have a show or TV, movie, whatever it is that you absolutely love, I will always celebrate that for you guys. Now, I'm just going to go through some points to what I am trying to say because for some unknown freaking reason, Breaking Bad fans struggle to comprehend what I'm trying to say. It goes in one ear, it goes out the other. And look, I wouldn't be making this video, but the comments I get are just outrageous. I mean, I've had death threats. Mind you, this is about a TV show. This ain't about politics or anything like that, or anything to do with morals or values or anything. No, this is a TV freaking show. I've had death threats sent to me. I get hate comments left, right, and center daily, daily from these people. So I'm just going to go through some points here to make it a little bit more clearer for them to understand what I'm trying to say. Now, firstly, the first point I want to make is the people who are commenting on the video that can't accept an opinion. Like that's straight up the first thing we're going to talk about here. Me talking about Breaking Bad is my opinion. All right? Now, I had a lot of people who were telling me you need to watch Breaking Bad. You have to watch it. It's the best TV show of all time. People were saying that to me. So expectation level is already through the roof. Okay? And look, I go into everything fairly. I always go in there hoping I'm going to absolutely love it. Now, I will say this. I have now watched all of Breaking Bad. Seasons 4 and 5. Phenomenal. Love them. They are definitely the stronger seasons. They are definitely in the 9 and 10 category, right? I'm not going to argue with you guys and say that that is bad. No, I really, really like those seasons and I thought they were the strongest. But it's the first 3 seasons that just did not work for me. And I always evaluate it as a whole. I'm not going to take recency bias of like, these are the 2 new series that I've seen, the new seasons. I'm going to base my whole opinion on these 2 seasons alone. No, I'm taking the whole thing into account. And those first 3 seasons, they still exist and they are just not that good in my opinion. I've already talked about my problem now. I just couldn't connect with the characters, could not connect with the world, could not connect with the story as well until the later seasons, where the later seasons were the better ones. Now, for you people that can't accept opinion, you need to understand that not everyone is the same. We're all different individuals. There are going to be things you like. There's going to be things that I like. There's going to be things that other people like. We're not always all going to agree. I mean, we're not all going to sit there and be like, yeah, I love The Lord of the Rings. The Lord of the Rings is one of the greatest things ever created, in my opinion, right? The movies are fantastic. But I'm not going to sit there and when someone goes, look, man, I get it. You love Lord of the Rings. You think it's fantastic in that, and it probably is. But I just can't sit through and watch it for 4 hours like that. I can't do that. And that is totally fine. I can accept that people don't want to do that. Some people don't like that. And some people don't find it entertaining, which is completely fine. And I don't see a problem with that. I can accept it. And like some people do accept, they're like, oh man, that's okay, man. I understand that you didn't like it. I loved it though. And more power to them. But these people who are sending me these hate comments constantly without actually understanding that this is just my opinion. And now when I say Breaking Bad is overrated, I'm not saying you have to believe it's overrated. I'm not saying he has to believe it's overrated. I'm not saying she believes it's overrated. I'm saying from my point of view, my opinion, it's overrated because everyone is telling me that it's the best thing ever when it simply isn't for me. So of course it's going to be overrated for me. Now, when it comes to something being overrated, it all comes down to the opinions. Like you may think, oh, in the anime space, people like Dragon Ball is overrated. Everyone puts it up on this pedestal, but it's overrated. People will say that. Everyone has a different opinion. Just accept it, okay? When I'm saying it's overrated, I'm saying to me it's overrated. I'm not saying for you it's overrated. I'm not saying objectively it's overrated. I'm saying for me it's overrated because it's all subjective and opinions, okay? Now, my second point I want to get to is this whole, oh, there's no action. Of course you're not going to like it. Is the laziest argument I've ever seen in my whole entire life. If that is your rebuttal to my opinion, like, I don't mind. You can come back. I don't mind people coming back at my opinion. But be constructive with doing it. But when you're throwing insults and saying, oh, your opinion is like garbage or your opinion, then I know that you've got nothing intelligent to say. When you come in and go, oh, look, I see where you're coming from, your opinion, and then you come in and you go, look, this is how I viewed it, this, blah, blah, blah. Then I'm going to take you seriously. I'm going to be like, okay, let's hear what you have to say in that. And like, I will see it from your perspective. But when you come in and say your opinion, oh, no big fights or anything like that, it's lazy. Because I'm sorry, Shogun doesn't have any fights. Freaking love Shogun. One of the best TV shows I've ever watched. Barely any fights. And then people will also say, oh, you love anime, you're an anime channel. Those people have never watched anime or read anything in their whole entire life because they would know we have series like Vinland Saga. Season 2, barely any action. Brilliant. We have series like Monster, which is a mystery thriller. Brilliant. We have one of my favorite, it is my favorite anime movie of all time, A Silent Voice. Zero action. All character and development. This is the problem with these people. They just lock in. If you don't agree with them, they start throwing these things. I've always said that I love action. I do. I love mindless action. I love it. But it doesn't mean I'm going to sit there and say it's the best thing. I prefer great characters and a great story. That is my number one priority when it comes to watching movies, TV shows, or anime. I want to see that. Yes, do I like an anime like Solo Leveling? Sure, I do. It's fun. Okay? But you're allowed to have things that you like to have fun with. Sharknado is horribly written. It's really, really bad. But it's so much fun. You can sit down and just have fun. And you need movies, TV shows, and animes like that as well. You can't have everything just be 100% serious with all this insanely depth writing and stuff like that. So no, maybe if you guys actually watched my stuff and understood where I was coming from, instead of just being on your hate train all the time, you'd understand that no, just because there is no fights doesn't mean anything. And just because, yes, I watch anime, does not mean I don't watch TV shows and movies and stuff like that. Like, this is the problem. People don't understand, especially these Breaking Bad fans. Anime and animation is no different to a TV show or a movie. It's just animated. It's not live action. So, realistically, what they're saying is, oh, Pixar movies, not great. Toy Story, not great. Why? It's animated. Lion King, one of the greatest movies of all time. It's animated. But hey, guess what? It's not good according to these Breaking Bad fans. Why? Because it's animated. Like, we need Into the Spider-Verse, animated. It's not good apparently to these guys. Why? Because it's animated. It's not live action. This is the problem. And it's so frustrating because these people are so blinded because if you don't agree with them, it's just hate train 101 straight to you. And it's stupid. And then the third thing I want to talk about is this whole idea of another lazy argument. Oh, guess what? You don't like my favorite show? That means you got zero taste. You clearly don't think anything's good. Like, if you don't like this, then everything you like is bad. And then whenever I say to them, oh, so I guess The Godfather is bad, Lord of the Rings bad, the original trilogy of Star Wars is bad, Shogun's bad, what else are we talking about? The Dune movies are bad, Interstellar's bad, The Martian's bad. I mean, I can go on and on and on. Shawshank Redemption's bad. Like, I can go on and on and say, so you're saying I have zero taste because I didn't like Breaking Bad. So that means everyone else that likes all these, it has bad taste as well. And their whole rebuttal is like, oh, huh, yeah, of course you'd just, say all that stuff. Like, oh, and then they don't have anything. Just because someone doesn't like your favorite show does not mean they have bad taste. Okay? Because I'm telling you, 10 out of 10 times, they're going to have a movie that they absolutely love that you love as well. Or a TV show that you love that they love as well. We just all interpret things, engage with things, and connect with things differently. Now, no one is right, no one is wrong. My opinion is not right or wrong. Your opinion is not right or wrong. But be respectful. That is all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for you to agree with my opinion on Breaking Bad is overrated. Okay? I'm not saying, and look, I'm not saying Breaking Bad's awful. Right? I still think it's a very good show. I just don't think it is at the top that this is the thing that people don't understand. I still think Breaking Bad is at least an 8. 8 out of 10 overall. And look, seasons 4 and 5 really pushed that up for me, because before I had it down at a 6 with just the first 3 seasons, but those last 2 seasons definitely saved it and brought it up. But that, like, an 8 out of 10 is still great. Like, I'm not sitting here saying Breaking Bad is a 1 out of 10. I'm not sitting here saying Breaking Bad is a 2 out of 10. I'm just saying the first 3 seasons just were a struggle to get through. They really were. And I shouldn't have to take 3 seasons to get to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm finally invested now, in here. This is the quality I've been waiting for. And look, I'm someone that will criticize when it's fair. For instance, Dragon Ball is my favorite franchise of all time because I grew up with it. I love it. But I'm not going to sit here and say it's the best written thing of all time. It's my favorite thing, yeah. I still think there's other animes that are way better written than it. I think there's TV shows that are better written than it. I will say, Breaking Bad is better written than Dragon Ball. I'm not going to disagree. I just love Dragon Ball. Like, you can have that. I'm not someone that's blinded. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, Dragon Ball is perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say my favorite show is perfect. I'm not going to sit here and say Sons of Anarchy is perfect. It's not. There's nothing is perfect. But you just got to accept that not everyone is going to have the same opinion as you guys. That is all I'm asking. I'm just asking for you guys to be respectful, to engage in an actual constructive manner where we can actually have a conversation. That's all I want. And look, I've had people in the comment section where I've had a conversation with about it, and I see where they're coming from, and I love to hear their point of view. I'm someone that loves to hear how other people view things and how they see things. But it's the people that just come in with the hate to try and belittle you and say your opinion's wrong, you're stupid, you're this, and, sending death threats and stuff like that. Come on, guys. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? And this isn't just the Breaking Bad fandom. There is other fandoms that do this as well. I have seen that, and I have got hate from them as well. Even my own fandom, like Dragon Ball, I get hate from them all the time. Because I'm a realist. I'm not someone that's blinded. I'm not someone that just glazes shit for the sake of it. I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm going to be 100% real with you guys. I'm not saying Breaking Bad's overrated for views or anything like that. I genuinely believe it because I don't believe it is one of the best shows of all time. That's just my opinion. So I just wanted to get this off my chest so that you guys maybe have a better understanding of what I'm trying to tell you guys. And all I want is just constructive conversations, discussions. That's all it is, man. And just at the end of the day, we might not agree, but that's okay. I'm not going to say you're wrong and, or anything like that. If you love Breaking Bad, fucking awesome, man. I love it for you guys. And that's awesome. I'm so glad you have a show that is your favorite and that you believe is the greatest of all time. I'm not going to sit here and tell you you guys are wrong and that you're, like, completely wrong. I'm just saying from my point of view, I don't believe it. So that's all it is. Let me know your thoughts. Let's have a proper discussion. I want to hear what you guys think. Smash down there. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.